Hello, pen friends! Welcome back to the EndlessPens YouTube channel. We're so happy you're here with us. And if you're new, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, we're bringing you another episode of Endless Answers, where we answer your burning stationery questions as best as we can. Because learning together makes the fountain pen hobby extra fun. If you like this sort of Q&A content, hit the like button so we can bring you more videos like this one in the future. Now, without further ado, today's question is, what's the difference between fountain pens and dip pens? Let's get started. Before we talk about how they're different, let's look at how they're similar. Fountain pens and dip pens are both writing tools that use nibs and inks to lay down various calligraphy and lettering on paper. Some artists also prefer these tools for drawing and other art forms. And if you're part of the hashtag snailmail revolution or the hashtag journaling community, these tools may already be treasured companions in your letter writing, planning, and reflective journaling. Now, let's take a look at the difference in their structures. Let's start with the simpler one, the dip pen. The dip pen has two main parts, the nib and the body or holder. The holder can be of different materials. What I have right now are wood and plastic. Some get acrylic with different designs and some get different types of wood. This one is made of sakura wood made by the brand Kakimori. This is the grip section. And this is where you insert your nib, just like this. There are many different designs of nibs, but they are all made of affordable, cheap spring steel. Not exactly a long-lasting material as it rusts with time. G-nibs are the type that can be flexed. Broad nibs can make thick lines, while pointed nibs can make hairline strokes but can also vary in thickness. If you're a fountain pen user, you may have noticed quite a big difference with the tipping of nibs. Dip pen nibs do not have a tipping and can feel rather sharp against the paper because of this. This is normal though, but it may take time to get used to it. I'll show you later what a fountain pen nib looks like. Another thing you may have noticed is that dip pens do not have a big reservoir of ink. That is because of its namesake. You just dip it in ink. The nib will hold a small amount of your chosen ink, and that's all you can write with until you can dip it again in your ink bottle. This is the breather hole where you can see that there is ink on it. Let's move on to the structure of a fountain pen. For the main parts, you have your cap and your barrel. When you open it, you can see your nib, and then when you disassemble it some more, this is not advice, but This is a pilot pen, so you can disassemble it easily. You got your feet here. There may be more parts the more intricate the pen model is, but today let's focus on the nib. As I mentioned earlier, the fountain pen nib has tipping, usually an alloy called iridium, which leads to a smoother pen-to-paper feedback. The tipping material can be much more expensive and made of higher quality of alloys depending on the brand and model. Fountain pen nibs can be made of stainless steel or gold, some with rhodium, ruthenium, rose gold, or palladium plating. Same as dip pen, you have your breather hole, body, and base. You have the tines, slit, and shoulder. With a fountain pen, you don't need to regularly dip the nib back into your ink bottle because it has its own reservoir, the most common being a converter cartridge filling system. But others may have piston, vacuumatic, or eyedropper filling systems. The one I have here has the converter filling system. Okay, let's talk. Let's get serious. Just kidding, but seriously though, can you use your dip pen or calligraphy inks in fountain pens? The answer is heck no. Calligraphy and dip pen inks are made specifically for that tool only. They are made of different pigments that would clog your fountain pens. And when it dries up, it won't be easy to remove if it didn't already destroy your fountain pen, which is so sad, by the way. So calligraphy inks, India inks, China ink are big no-nos for fountain pens. Not to mention they contain gum arabic to thicken those inks. Since dip pens don't have ink reservoirs, the thickness of these special inks improve the writing experience. But it will be a nightmare for your fountain pens, guaranteed. Only use fountain pen inks for your fountain pens, period. Okay, but can you use fountain pen inks for dip nibs? Short answer is yes. But it may be hard to use since fountain pen inks are way thinner than calligraphy ink. Fountain pen inks are safe and won't break your dip pen nibs. But because fountain pen inks may not be as saturated, the writing experience may not be as optimum. But we are all having fun with inks, so people even use fountain pen inks and dip pens for their ink swatching needs. In conclusion, both tools can elevate our writing experience and help us learn new skills like calligraphy and lettering. Just make sure that you use the right ink for each writing tool and that you know how to properly take care of your instruments. Oh, if you want a pen care video, let us know in the comments. We'd love to make one for you. Endless Pens has a wide variety of writing tools to choose from, including brands that carry products for your calligraphy needs such as Tachikawa, Kakimori, J.R. Bond, and many more. Of course, I'll link them all down below. And if you want to use fountain pens for calligraphy or lettering, Endless Pens also has a wide selection like stub nibs and papers for calligraphy, or even calligraphy sets that you can gift your loved ones or yourself. We love learning here. We hope you had fun and learned something through this video. Unlock and hone your lettering and calligraphy skills now at endlesspens.com. Enjoy!